Hello, Cancer. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecast. How are you guys? Thank you so much for tuning in. This is your love and life reading focusing on the first half of October, October 1st through the 15th. General reading, as always, guys. That's not going to resonate with every single person tuning in. So please do take from this whatever makes sense for you, your life, your situation, and whatever doesn't resonate with you, release it. And if you are interested in a personal private reading from me, all of that information is noted down below in the description box. And I will also have a list of all of the card decks that I typically feature for my readings. All right, Cancer? So starting off with this reading, I wanted to grab a couple of focused messages. So the card decks that I chose for this Cancer reading is the Twin Flame Messages Volume 2 deck by Mystic Moon and the Unspoken Messages Volume 2 by Waite Tarot. So let's go ahead and get started, and let's take a look and see, to start off this reading, Cancer, what needs to come through for you guys and what it is that you need to focus on for this first half of the month coming up. So angels and spirit guides focusing on Cancer, please bring it forward at this time. All right, guys, let's take a look and see. Somebody coming forward with this message: I'm still trying to find myself. This could certainly be part of your energy, Cancer, or the person that you are thinking about for this reading. And if it is someone that you are thinking about for this reading, and if there is no communication, if you are in separation from this person, and I feel part of the reason why there is no communication or not a whole lot of movement here is because they're not ready to come forward. They're still concentrating their energies on themselves, trying to find themselves in the whole scheme of things in their life. Okay, so that's one focus message for you, Cancer. Now let's grab one from the Unspoken Messages Volume 2 deck by Waite Tarot. So angels and spirit guides for Cancer, please bring it forward at this time. Whatever messages Cancer would benefit from at this time by way of a focus message. We have spirit babies in the 5D that want to be born. Interesting. That's an interesting message here. So for some of you guys, perhaps you thought about having children together, creating a family together, or blending families together if you guys already have children from previous relationships. That's coming through for some of you guys. Okay, so let's start off this reading, Cancer, with some messages from the Mystic Moon Oracles, and let's see what else needs to come through this first half of October. So angels and spirit guides for Cancer, please bring it forward at this time. So in love and in life, let's take a look and see what needs to come through at this time, Cancer. Here we go. We do have self-worth coming through here. Perhaps in a challenging connection, a challenging relationship, you lost your identity in that connection and your self-esteem suffered as a result. You know, your self-worth was compromised, and perhaps now you are in a better place in your life to where you've rediscovered what it is that you bring to the table by way of a connection, by way of your self-worth. Okay, let's see what else. What else for Cancer at this time? Angels and spirit guides, please bring it forward for Cancer, first half of October. This is a perfect card coming through at this time because we are in the fall season. It's certainly indicative of that. So present energies coming through here are tapping into the fall season. So this might actually be a very eventful time of year for you. For some of you, you're coming through with this bound energy, feeling bound to something or someone, or it could be the person that you are thinking about for this reading. That does tap into the Devil card in traditional tarot. Typically, that is Capricorn energy, or it could also be any of the earth signs. So Virgo or Taurus could be part of the energy from that. When we feel bound to something, there is that energy of bondage and restriction and definitely stagnation, feeling trapped in a situation. Okay, so let's see what other cards are surrounding that to see and fill in the rest of the story here. And perhaps, you know, if you were feeling bound to something and your self-worth was compromised, sometime during the course of this season, things might shift and change. There are signs that are surrounding you, trying to either propel you forward or trying to guide you towards a particular path that the universe or the angels are trying to guide you towards. Okay, so pay attention to what is surrounding you at this time, Cancer. Bottom of the deck, we do have the separation card, so no doubt about it. You guys are in separation from someone that you have a lot of love for, somebody that you cared for. But part of the separation and part of the reason, again, why you're not hearing from this individual is because they're still trying to find themselves. They're still trying to figure things out for themselves. And it's so interesting how we have the family card right after that, tapping into the same energies as this card. We have spirit babies in the 5D that want to be born, you know. That's coming through there. Let's see what else we need to find out here with some tarot messages. So angels and spirit guides with Psychic Tarot by John Holland. Let's take a look and see what else needs to come through at this time. So angels and spirit guides for Cancer at this time, please. So I feel for some of you, a family has been forced into separation as a result of what happened in this relationship, things not working out. And for some of you, during this fall season, things might actually take a turn for the better, but you need to release yourself from feeling bound to a situation, because when somebody feels trapped, the first thing that you're wanting to do is to break free from it. All right, let's see what else. And another meaning for that fall card is a relationship that's fallen down. Okay, clearly there's a separation here. And you are not with this person, more than likely, that you're thinking about for this reading, Cancer. So let's see what else needs to come through here. So angels and spirit guides. What else do we have? We've got the 9 of Pentacles, but it is coming up reversed in the upright. This does say material harvest, but that is coming up reversed here. So Pentacles are earth signs, so that's Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Once again, you know, tapping into that devil energy from that bound card. So Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse is somebody who's living beyond their means, somebody who might actually be obsessed with working, but they're creating this false sense of success, trying to portray themselves to look as if they're more successful than they actually are. Maybe they're embarrassed to really reveal the truth to friends, family, or a significant other, or somebody that you are in separation from. And perhaps you don't want them to see you in this place of not looking or being successful, you know. And that could also be part of the energy, again, either for you, Cancer, or this person you're thinking about. I'm still trying to find myself. Part of that journey of trying to figure things out is working on turning this energy in the upright to where you can actually manifest things in your life, not just in regard to your finances, but other things that might be challenging you at this time. Okay, so let's see what else needs to come through. We do have the base chakra card coming forward there, still tapping into earth issues here. Very heavy earth energy here. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Once again, whenever any of the chakra cards come forward, to me that creates some sort of imbalance in one's life. So this is either your energy, Cancer, or the person, again, that you're thinking about. It does tap into the words I have. And when there is an imbalance there, it's tapping into things that you actually don't have or are in lack of. This taps into our earthly issues, your very survival, your health, your body, your money matters, shelter, where you live. Perhaps, you know, financially you're having a difficult time paying rent or coming up with the money every month just to be able to pay your bills. So there's somebody coming forward with that type of energy here. But the card after that is balance. So part of the energy of the balance card is justice in traditional tarot. Okay, now with this balance that is needed in this situation, That does tap into Libra energy for some of you guys. It's bringing forward honesty, or the need for honesty and fairness and the truth in a situation. And perhaps that's what's lacking in the connection that you're thinking about for this reading. Perhaps that's what brought you guys into separation, and somebody who is in this devil energy. You guys might also be dealing with somebody who has some addictive issues or codependent behavior that they are exuding at this time. You know, addictions come in many forms. It could be anything: food, alcohol, drugs, sex, being a workaholic, just displaying this unhealthy, toxic type connection. Okay, that's part of that devil energy, tapping into that Capricorn energy. Okay, so there's definitely a need for balance in this situation, Cancer, to be able to see things from both sides, from your perspective, from the other person's perspective. There is balance that is needed here. There are decisions as well that need to be made, more than likely on your part, Cancer, in order for you to move forward. And if part of moving forward is to be able to reconnect with this person, especially if you guys shared a family, then things have to come back into balance in order to achieve that. And there has to be healing in the family dynamic, healing within yourself, healing that this person needs to do in their own life. And that's a part of the reason why they are trying to find themselves, so that they can heal parts of themselves that are out of balance, possibly. So part of this Justice card too, Cancer, is being able to focus on what it is that you want to manifest, reaching your goals in whatever area you are focusing on, whether it is reconciling with someone you're in separation from, whether it is finally getting your finances in order, whether it is finding a job or finding a new switch in directions and finding a different career path. You know, it goes in so many avenues, and it's different for every person tuning in here. So whatever it is that you have for your own personal goal, definitely focus on that. Because once you are back in balance, guys, you can actually manifest all of those things. You know, you have the capability to actually solve all of your problems, but you got to take responsibility for whatever role you may have played in contributing to those problems. Let's see what else. What else for Cancer, please, at this time? We do have the Three of Wands. Okay, Wands energy is fire energy. So Leo, Aries, Sagittarius for some of you might be the person that you're thinking of for this reading. This card does read partnerships and alliances. Okay, it's also tapping into the energies of communication, preparing for some things to happen in your life, foresight, that inner knowing that things are ultimately going to start shifting and changing towards a better direction, possibly. Now, for some of you with that number 3 indicated there, it could have been a third-party situation that created issues in your relationship with this person, and that's what brought you guys into separation. This is the bottom of the deck, 9 of Swords, air energy. So Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You know, we have quite a few signs represented here. This card does read suffering and silence. So somebody's depressed, somebody's anxious, somebody is in a state of despair over something that's happened here, or perhaps something else that's going on in your life that is causing you to be in this space. So that's just something to keep in mind for this particular reading, but there are signs here that are trying to present themselves to you this time, Cancer, to get your mind focused on kind of moving directions away from what is challenging you at this time. Okay, so that's something to be aware of. All right, so let's tap back into love and romance here for you, Cancer, and let's grab some messages from the romance angels. Let's see what else I'm able to grab for you by way of those messages for this reading, focusing on love, romance, romantic connections. Let's see. What else here? Because clearly we have a separation here. but the angels are coming through, letting you know it's worth giving this connection a second chance. Work on the partnership. Perhaps that's part of the signs that's coming through here. Part of the energy too of that Three of Wands with partnership. Somebody still wants to be in partnership with you, so it's coming through to let you know that you should give that a chance. Now, in regard to professional partnerships, in regard to your career, your job, this is actually a good connection for you. Someone that may be able to help you achieve your goals, especially in regard to your vocation. Okay, that's coming through here as well. Let's delve back into love and romance, however. Let's see what else. Angels and spirit guides for Cancer. First half of October. First half of October for Cancer. There we go. There's that codependent energy. See, that's the second time that's coming through. Very similar energy with that bound card, feeling bound or codependent towards something or someone. So there's somebody here, Cancer, that you might be dealing with who has some addiction problems in whatever way they are exuding that energy. Codependency too could be somebody who has an obsessive, stalkish type obsession with somebody. And if that's someone that you're dealing with, especially by way of a third party, that as well is interjecting its energies here. And this is coming through, part of the signs coming through here is that perhaps you need to put up walls around yourself from people that don't have your best interest at heart. Perhaps that's part of the energy of this codependent card that is affecting your romantic life. Okay, let's grab one more. One more card for Cancer at this time, please. Angels and spirit guides, please bring it forward. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Bottom of the deck is make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And for some of you, this is the card after that, release your ex. It's time to let a particular ex go. So whatever part of these messages you are able to tap into and resonate with, take from it what makes sense for your life. Now, in regard to this make the effort card, I typically tap into divine masculine energy from that. And for my divine feminines who are just waiting for a divine masculine to get their act together, perhaps that is coming through here for you. And for my divine masculines tuning in, it's time for you to take that first step to start movement here towards the person that you are wanting to create long-term relationship by way of love and romance and just seeing a better and happier future with this person, especially if you guys shared a family or a blended family for some of you. Okay. So let's move on to Fire Witch Tarot's Infinity Oracle. Let's see what else needs to come through here for you, Cancer. So angels and spirit guides for Cancer, please, at this time. What else needs to come through? What else needs to come through here? Longing. So some of you guys might be longing for a particular person that you are in separation from, or they're longing for you. It really depends on how you are resonating with that message. But, you know, clearly there's a connection here that is not in the 3D. You guys are more than likely connecting in the 5D, and you guys either miss each other, still thinking about each other, feeling still very nostalgic about the connection. For some of you, this person that you might be longing for, Cancer, is actually not a good relationship for you. They're coming forward with toxic energy, and that might be your ex that you need to release. That's for some of you guys. You know, and part of the reason why you need to release them is because they've got their own demons that they're dealing with. Perhaps that's part of the reason why this bound energy is coming forward from that Devil card and the Codependency card as well. Of course, that doesn't apply to everybody, because for some of you, the person that you're missing and thinking about for this reading is somebody that has the opportunity to reconnect with you so that you guys can work on the partnership together. They're just trying to figure out their priorities at the moment. And as this card states, I'm trying to find myself. So they need space and time to be able to get to that headspace. But I do feel ultimately it will happen for some of you, because look at the card on the bottom of this deck. It does say spending quality time. You will be given the opportunity to be able to spend this time with the person that you have in mind for this reading, Cancer, especially if it was a good connection to begin with and you guys just had some challenges that brought you into separation. So given some time and space, I do feel you guys are going to be able to work on the connection, work on the partnership so that you can get back together and actually move forward from where you guys were. Now, for those of you who are in a toxic connection with someone, more than likely coming forward as your ex, you know, that person, they're coming forward not having the best of intentions. This card does read bad intentions, you know, and if you look at this photo, I mean, it's very similar to that devil energy. So you have to watch out for this person, Cancer, because I feel for some of you guys, you know exactly who this is referring to. So be mindful of that type of energy from this person. All right, let's add to this with some signs from Spirit Love Oracle. So angels and spirit guides for Cancer, please. What else do we need to know at this time for Cancer? Angels and spirit guides for Cancer, first half of October. All right, guys, let's take a look and see what else needs to come through. We have 666. Isn't that interesting? Now, we all know what that taps into. You know, in scary movies, 666 is not a good energy, but interestingly enough, in this particular deck, it's actually not as sinister as it typically is interpreted. So this card does read, raise your vibration, choose peace and harmony in your thoughts and with others. So basically what it is that you are focusing on, if it's not positive, you can absolutely change it to be more positive so that it's actually, as this card states, raise your vibration so that life doesn't have to be so chaotic and challenging, and it can be more peaceful and put you back into harmony in regards to whatever is challenging you at this time. All right, Cancer. And look at this bottom card. We have brown, and it does say grounding, stability, foundation. So once you are able to work on this vibration from this particular card and bring peace back into your life, then that's what's going to create that grounding energy and make things a lot more stable than they have been. That's what's going to allow you to create this stronger foundation in your life so that things don't have to be so topsy-turvy. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm tapping into there. All right, guys, moving on. Let's grab some Lover's Oracle here, and let's see what else needs to come through. So angels and spirit guides for Cancer, bring it forward for me. What else? Let me grab this bottom of the deck. Whoa, okay. So this first card says, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. Now, for those of you tuning in, the response to this question is different for every single person. You know, if you could do anything, if you could do anything to improve the quality or the direction of your life, what would it be? And this is telling you that you have to trust in your gut, your intuition. What is it telling you? What direction is it pointing you towards? Pay attention to the signs that your own gut is trying to direct you towards, okay? And perhaps part of that direction will lead you to this. This is your soulmate, guys, coming forward in this reading. This card does read, your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So again, for some of you guys, I do feel that the person that you're thinking about for this reading, Cancer, is your soulmate. You guys are not together at this time. Clearly there is a separation there, but we do have a message of positivity here telling you that it is worth saving this relationship. But someone's got to make the effort to get things moving here. Okay? All right, let's add some healing messages to this. And let's see what else needs to come through. So angels and spirit guides for Cancer. Some healing messages from the angels at this time, please. Angels and spirit guides for Cancer. Bring it forward. What else needs to come through? And I'm going to grab this bottom of the deck and I'm guided to pull the next one. Okay. So what we have here, guys, interesting, body care. So for those of you guys dealing with somebody, where is that card? That codependency, okay? So again, some of you guys are tapping into somebody who's got codependent issues, addictive type behavior, and that's affecting their physical health. And if it's not somebody that you're thinking about for this reading, Cancer, then this could certainly be something that you are dealing with. If you're not resonating with that whole codependent energy, then this is coming through to let you know that perhaps you haven't been taking care of yourself physically, and that is trying to grab your attention at this time. This, again, for me, taps into that whole bound energy and codependency energy. For those who are in that space, there's actually support. There is this pretty great support system that they have, or if you're resonating with that, you have that support system. Perhaps you are failing to recognize that, or this person is not coming to the realization that they actually have a pretty good support system that can uplift them from this darkness and get them out of that, okay? You also have abundance coming through here. This as well is blessing this reading for you, Cancer. Abundance comes in many forms, whether that is monetarily, whether that is through love and support of family, of friends, a new job, better finances, improved health, whatever the case may be. Abundance comes in many forms, but for you, Cancer, it is coming through here. So I do see improved conditions in so many areas of your life this first half of October. That's what's coming through. All right, guys, so let's add to this with some guardian angel messages. So angels and spirit guides for Cancer. What else do we need to know at this time? Let me grab this bottom card as well. We're starting off with Jewel. That's a great card. So this particular card reads, every event in life presents us with a new opportunity to experience ever greater love. There is a jewel to be found within every teardrop. Trust, we, your angels, are guiding the current events. This is a time in which you and those close to you will emerge strengthened by ever greater bonds of love. Trust, there is nothing to fear. There is only love. And I feel that will truly heal this individual, whoever is dealing with that bound codependent energy, because that's coming forward here as a situation that needs some pretty intense healing, and love will ultimately start the ball rolling towards healing there. You also have the rainbow card coming forward, and this particular card reads, you are a jewel. So it's really in tune with that first card coming forward there. It does say you are a jewel, even though you may not see it. Even in the darkest times, you shine eternally bright. You are surrounded by an aura of love, and a pot of gold waits beyond the horizon. All will clear soon. Trust and continue to follow your dreams. You are eternally blessed. That's some pretty amazing messages coming through for you, Cancer, or somebody that you are thinking about for this reading. All right, guys, so let's close it out with some final thoughts from the Whispers of Love deck. So angels and spirit guides, some final messages for Cancer at this time, please. Bring it forward. All right, guys, let's see. Some final thoughts. Whispers of Love. Whispers of love. Some final thoughts for Cancer, please. Angels and spirit guides, bring it forward. There we are. And I want to grab this bottom of the deck. Okay. This first card, speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change someone's life, including your own. And I can't help but tap back into that codependent card. It's really grabbing my attention for some reason here. And it is these loving words that have the power to create healing towards this person. If it happens to be you, Cancer, perhaps this is what you're needing as well, for somebody to speak the language of love to you if you feel that perhaps you are unloved or unwanted or in just a bad place and a dark space in your life. Perhaps this is exactly what you're needing from friends, from family. You know, and if you are in separation at this time from your family, that's a very difficult thing to deal with. So this is coming through that this may potentially offer the type of healing that is so needed in this situation. And going back to that jewel and rainbow card, things will ultimately work itself out. I do feel that here. And the other card coming forward here is love who you are. You are a divine and wonderful person, deserving all of the wonderful things that life has to offer. Absolutely. And you need to recognize that for yourself. If you happen to be tapping into the energies of that bound card, which again is delving into the Devil card in traditional tarot, where you might feel trapped in a situation where there is stagnant energy, things aren't moving the way you're wanting or even going in the direction that you are wanting. Now, it goes back to that law of attraction. What it is that you put out there is what you're going to attract back to you. So you have to recognize and love who you are as a person, that what you have to offer yourself as well as the world and anyone you come into contact with is absolutely good enough. And if they don't love you for who you are, then they're not the person for you. Okay? So that's a huge message and lesson that is coming through here for some of you guys. All right, Cancer, so that is what I've got for you guys this time around. I hope that whatever part of this reading you were able to resonate with, I hope that it offered you the guidance and clarity that you needed at this time. If you are interested in a private reading from me, all of that information is listed down below in the description box, and I'll be back soon with more readings. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you, Cancer. Bye-bye.